What kids don't know is when teachers take your toys, we usually play with them too. Trust me, teachers like the fidget spinners a lot more than the kids. Here's a rundown of all the gadgets in the classroom over the decades that we have loved to confiscate. Slap bracelets. Legend has it in the 90s that these were banned because there was metal inside of them and it would cut kids' arms. I think it's because the teachers would hear the smacking sound all day long and want to use the metal inside to cut off their own ears. Fun fact, LeBron James can't own one of these. He would consider this a flagrant foul and fall to the ground and cry. MASH. Yes, even when I was a kid, I loved to play this. Mansion, apartment, shack, and house. Notice live with your parents till you're 36. Not an option on there. I guess they didn't think ahead. Today's would be a little different. Looks like you're going to be divorced by 29. A savings of $300 in Dogecoin. And have 3 roommates with alcohol problems. MASH! The irony of there being a spiral in the middle. Because your life is a downward spiral. Ooh, the yo-yo. Just like I remember it. Every school had a yo-yo clique. You made fun of them, but secretly you wanted to know how they did all that stuff. Walk the dog, do-si-do, steal your girl. Okay, maybe the last one was just me. I couldn't even get the automatic one with the spring to come back up. You know, they have a yo-yo world championship that pays out thousands of dollars. As a teacher, I wish I would have taken the lessons instead of the yo-yo. The fidget spinner, the classic distraction. Started out as a relief for psychological stress, ended up causing exactly that for the teachers. How long can it spin for? I meant to finish this video 3 weeks ago, been staring at it ever since. These things have like 30 bearings in them, and they're $1. But I gotta replace the one on my tire, and it's $3 grand. If you think about it, these are just ninja stars, but for Generation Z. Silly bands, great idea for kids. Just take a bunch of rubber bands and wrap them tightly around your wrist and then wonder why the teacher can't read your handwriting as your fingers enter rigor mortis. What is the point of these? I always found it ironic that my students would spend all day collecting giraffes and yet couldn't spell it. It's giraffe, G-I-R... Raff. As a teacher, I love silly bands because if I ever needed a rubber band, I would just go grab one off of a kid. Every rubber band teacher zone is 40 years old and breaks instantly. Is this one shaped like a dead body? Then there's the tech decks, the finger skateboards. These became really popular when Tony Hawk Pro Skater was huge and your parents could not afford a PlayStation. Ironically enough, kids in class wouldn't remember a pencil but would have all the tools to repair a single wheel and deck. Another fun fact, this is a full-size skateboard for Kevin Hart. Can you cheat with 2 fingers? I don't know. I'm actually mad I didn't do this in school. This is kind of fun. Pogs were my jam. I used to get them at the flea market. I think about 8 people out of 50 million actually played Pogs. The rest just collected them. We would play these in the back of the bus, and then the driver would hit the brakes, they'd fall off of the chair, and they would roll 60 feet to the front, never see them again. You weren't a legit Pog player, though, until you had that tube, which now people our age that played the Pogs use that tube to hold our back pain medicine. Paper fortune teller. The ultimate embarrassment in school if you had a bad fortune. It says I'll be a teacher. Are you sure the red wasn't more of a magenta? M-A-G-E-N. The Gigapet. The Tamagotchi. We all played these. Remember spending 8 hours a day feeding your virtual pet while your real one peed on the rug and died of dehydration? I wonder how many Gigapets died just by being locked into a teacher's drawer. It's asleep. I'm not, but it is. That's good. Then there's the paper football, a personal favorite of mine. Nobody actually knew who made the first paper football. I think we just used the same one for thousands of games. Push it to the end of the desk and then you flick it right down the center into your best friend's face. That's great. Laces out, man! This was the ultimate risk taker in the classroom. One errant field goal kick and suddenly it's flying 8 feet over the teacher's desk, and next thing you know, you're at home nursing a real case of CTE from your father. Fun fact, Cam Newton once folded one of these in a paper cut, put him on the injured reserve list for 6 weeks. Pokemon cards! This is the lamest of the lame. I have no clue why anyone would ever want to collect these things. I made fun of these kids in school, and if I saw them today, I would still... They're worth what? How much? You know what? I love Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em!